400 years of silence from Malachi to Matthew. The powers of the time were Greece that had the common language, Israel that had the common hope, Rome had the common roads. The politics of the time were the Sanhedrin, the Jewish rulers, the scribes who copied the law, the Sadducees who did not believe in the resurrection, the Pharisees who obeyed all the rules, the publicans who collected taxes, and the zealots who would kill for the Messiah. 4 to 5 BC, Bethlehem is the place of Jesus' birth. Nazareth is a place where Jesus learned to be a carpenter. In AD 26, the Jordan River, where he was baptized. He was removed to the wilderness, where he was tempted by Satan. His first miracle in Cana was where he turned water into wine. In Jerusalem, he told Nicodemus of the second birth. In Samaria, he approached the woman at the well. In Capernaum, where he selected the 12, where he preached a Sermon on the Mount, demonstrated power over Satan. When the disbelief set in, the parable started. A storm was stilled, the crowd was filled, walking on water, testimony of Peter, transfiguration. Back in Jerusalem, stones threw, Jesus withdrew. In Perea, where he preached about counting the cost, seeking the lost. In Judea, Lazarus was raised from the dead, Zacchaeus was praised. AD 30 in Jerusalem, coming in, riding on a donkey, temple cleansing, Last Supper with the disciples. In the garden, he prayed, was betrayed, was tried by the Jews, was denied, crucified by the Romans, resurrected by God, and after 40 days, Jesus ascended into heaven, and the Spirit descended at the Feast of Pentecost. Peter and John found a cure for a lame man, and Ananias and Sapphira were caught in embezzlement. 7 deacons are chosen, including Stephen, who faced persecution, and Philip, who preached in Samaria. Paul's conversion on the road to Damascus, Peter's night vision, Peter's jail experience and a night release, James is martyred. Paul's first missionary journey lasted 2 years and was in Galatia. In AD 48, the apostles met in Jerusalem and met in council. Did the Gentiles have to follow the law? No. Matthew wrote a gospel, James wrote a letter, Paul wrote to the Galatians. In AD 49, Paul's second missionary journey lasted 3 years and was in Macedonia, Greece, and Achaia. Paul's third missionary journey in AD 53 lasted for 4 years and was mainly in the region of Asia. Paul wrote to the Corinthians twice and the Romans once. In AD 58, back in Jerusalem, Paul faced 3 trials before Felix, Festus, Agrippa. Luke wrote a gospel in the book of Acts, Paul's first Roman imprisonment. Paul wrote the prison epistles, Ephesians, Colossians, Philemon, in Philippians. In AD 62, ended in his freedom. In AD 62, Rome was burned, Paul's second Roman imprisonment. Paul wrote his final letter to Timothy. In AD 68, Paul was martyred. Peter wrote 2 letters and helped Mark write a gospel. Hebrews and Jude were then written. In AD 70, the fall of Jerusalem, many years later, John wrote the 4th gospel in 3 letters. In AD 95, he was exiled to the island of Patmos, where he received the revelation of Jesus Christ.